of tonight is in from the start. How will Pompey contend with Julian Joachim, just 18 years old, the man whose stunning goal divided the two teams at the City Ground? Well, Pompey, naturally enough, with their home record, believe that overhauling Leicester's lead is well within their means, even though the mercurial Paul Walsh is still out suspended, and as expected, Mark Chamberlain has failed to recover from a damaged knee. Guy Butters is back after his ban. George Lawrence starts a match in Pompey's colours for the first time. It's a new strike force then that starts for Leicester, the tiny figure of Julian Joachim, partnered by the gangling Ian Ormondroyd. Steve Agnew on loan at Pompey earlier in the season. He returns after suspension. Tonight's referee is Roger Milford from Bristol. A bright sunlit evening as Leicester City in the all-yellow strip kick-off, attacking the goal to our left. Pompey 12 points clear at the end of the league fixtures, but that counts for nothing now. They're a goal behind going into the second leg. A tantalising situation on another very tense night at Fratton Park. Disappointed was Jim Smith's verdict on Sunday, but certainly not discouraged. It'll be Kristensen with a chance to hurl a long throw in. Instead it's short to Neil. Now McLoughlin, a vital role for him tonight with Paul Walsh still missing. Steve Agnew had a spell then with Pompey earlier in the season. Did quite well here, but Jim Smith wasn't able to persuade Kenny Dalglish to part with him for a longer spell, so he went back to Blackburn and then moved on to Leicester City. It goes Kristensen, back in the midfield anchor role tonight, with Guy Butters returning to the defence. Kevin Poole, former Aston Villa and Middlesbrough goalkeeper, wondering if he can keep out Guy Whittingham tonight. Ormondroyd. He's going to be a real menace in the air. This is Simons now. And a threat from Joachim. And a Leicester throw. May well be the signal for Steve Walsh to go up. He's so dangerous on set pieces. The number 5 for Leicester. Just making his way towards the penalty box now. McLoughlin to fetch it. Off goes Price. Whittingham down the middle. Slid on by Price. Whittingham's got it back. There's a chance here. Still Whittingham. And a good block by Agnew. A vital challenge then. Neil to pump it back in again towards Whittingham. His first glimpse of goal. And the warning signs were up then for Leicester City. Out by Orford. This is Butters. Finding McLoughlin. Whittingham. Pompey is so strong at home, and on 17 occasions this season they won by 2 clear goals. So this target tonight most certainly is not beyond them. Daniel. Surging run. Price arriving. Neil now. On from Lawrence, and safely through from Leicester's angle to Kevin Poole. George Lawrence given his opportunity then tonight by Jim Smith. Now McLoughlin. Added responsibility on his shoulders. Off goes Price. Poole had to come a long way out, and the danger still hasn't passed. That'll be a free kick. Foul on Whittingham. Thunderous roar from the Pompey crowd, doing their best to urge their team on as they have all season. So Kevin Poole with some organising to do on the set piece. McLaughlin's pass almost sending Price through, and it was Poole to the rescue. Now, Kristensen, is he going to drive one in from here? Well, he struck it well enough and couldn't quite keep it down. Kristensen, who's been revelling in this anchor role for Portsmouth. Plenty of venom, but no accuracy. Forward by Walsh. Off goes Ormondroyd. Joachim. My word, he's quick. Agnew. And a free header for Oldfield. Well, the Pompey defenders lost him then. A really well-timed run by David Oldfield. Found by Agnew. And where was the Pompey marking there? Guy Whittingham, 47 goals this season, 42 in the league. And how dearly down on the Pompey bench they would relish a goal from him tonight to send them on their way. Walsh. Ormondroyd. Straight though to Neil. Now Price. Good control by Neil. Then a hack at Price. Which had Fratton, Jim Smith's assistant, off the bench. Roaring his protest. There's Price now, just trying to turn away and caught by Whitlow. Well, all hairstyles will count tonight. Certainly concern on the faces of the Pompey fans. If they see their team struggling to make a breakthrough. Well, Price is back on his feet, but only just. Pompey hoping he can run this injury off. It'll be Neil with the free kick. Kristensen. Out comes Oldfield. Now Neil. Asking a lot there of Whittingham. In goes Neil again. And Pompey have won the free kick. Lawrence. McLoughlin through the middle. Still McLoughlin. Now Lawrence. That's good work by George Lawrence. Oh, the cross just too long maybe. Daniel was there. And Mills comes away with it for Leicester. To Joachim, who was sent crashing to the ground by Guy Butters. He went right through the back of him then. And there can't be too many arguments there from Guy Butters. Looks like a yellow card. The pass from Mills, and Butters right through Joachim. Kristensen on from McLoughlin. Whittingham trying to force his way through. Now Neil. Lawrence. Good pressure here from Pompey. And they've forced a corner. Butters and Simons will stay up. McLoughlin with the corner. Out by Oldfield, but only as far as McLoughlin. Didn't fall for Whittingham. Really difficult ball for the goalkeeper to deal with. Now Neil driving it back through. And still it won't go in. And what an awkward ball then for Kevin Poole to deal with. And there's trouble at the other end. No, Joachim lost his footing. And the referee says it was a foul. Agnew. Now then for Mills. That's good service from Agnew. Still Mills. And out for the corner by Simons. with the huge figure of Ormondroyd lurking behind him. A really astute pass then by Agnew. Mills with a cross. Just too long, I think, for Walsh there, and Ormondroyd behind him. Kristensen. And he's found Daniel. Superb pass then by Kristensen. Now, what can Daniel do here? Oh, away by Agnew at the finish. And a let-off there for Leicester. Really fine work by Ray Daniel, away from Mills. And I think the keeper just got a hand to it. Agnew happy to turn it away for the corner. The pace of Daniel very much to the fore then for Pompey. Scored vital goals in recent home games, of course, Ray Daniel. Here he is again, under pressure from Joachim. Oldfield. And he's handled it. He didn't think so. Well, the linesman was only a few yards away. Kristensen wants Oldfield further back. Orford has stayed back, everybody else is up. Now Roger Milford's happy. Whipped over by Kristensen. No Pompey head on the end of it though. And Leicester scrambling away. Off goes Joachim. Oh, just look at his speed. He's got Oldfield away to his left too. This is Oldfield now. And he was forced wide by Orford. And safely into the arms of Alan Knight. An electrifying pace of Julian Joachim. Incredible burst of speed. Well, Jim Smith won't be too happy at this stage. His team haven't threatened on all that many occasions in the first half. Injury time in the first half. Kristensen. That's a push by Simons on Ormondroyd. Steve Walsh, who's given Leicester that extra security at the back. Won by Ormondroyd. Agnew now. Joachim in the middle and Oldfield at the far post. Now Mills to pull it back. Anxious moments for Pompey right at the end of the first period. Now Smith maybe for a long throw in. Towards Walsh. Here's Joachim. Clumsy tackle by Lawrence, which has been penalised. He went hurtling into Steve Thompson. Now Pompey need to retain their concentration here. Just seconds to go, I would think, on the watch of Roger Milford. And indeed, that's all it was. The half-time whistle blown. And a frustrating period so far for Pompey. And their fans, they really haven't got it together so far. Leicester well organised at the back. And they might have sneaked one on the break too. So Pompey with a lot to do in the second half. The half-time score at Fratton Park is Portsmouth 0, Leicester City 0. start the second half, and they've made a switch, and in fourth bump, we think, Paul Hall, the young man signed from Torquay just before the transfer deadline, has come on in place of Chris Price. And the word we had from the dressing room was that the doctor had been called to attend to Price, who got an injury in the first half, and he has not come out. So Paul Hall, who so far hasn't featured in the Pompey side, has his chance to shine now. And Pompey really rather short on the craft. Maybe this young man can add some guile to their attacking play. Whittingham. Now Joachim sweeping it on to Ormondroyd. Oldfield joining in the attack. This is Mills. Joachim ahead of him, but decides to go it alone. Harry Mills, who hasn't scored so far for Leicester this season. Very experienced player, though. And Leicester may well need all their composure in the second half. Neat turn, he's got Hall away in space on his right, but Whittingham. Now Daniel. Shot by Lawrence. McLoughlin! It's 1-1. And at last, Pompey have found a way through. The poaching talents of Owen McLoughlin. Daniel's cross, one in the air by Lawrence, and finished in style by McLoughlin. 5 minutes into the second half, and just the fillip that Pompey was seeking. Excellent jump then by Lawrence, and a really clinical strike by McLoughlin. But the ground is really buzzing now. Pompey back on level terms. Joachim. Free kick to Leicester. Just a reminder, it goes into extra time if it stays this way, this score. And if they still can't settle it after another 30 minutes, then it will be down to a penalty shootout. Thompson's free kick. Knight was brave, but it's gone in. And Leicester have struck straight back. Oldfield, as Knight came out here, Oldfield knocked it back in, and it was Ormondroyd who steered it over the line. And well, a hint of offside, I would think. Taking a closer look here, because Alan Knight, of course, has come out and it's knocked back through. There's only one Pompey player back there. Ian Ormondroyd, only his third goal of the season. Not figured in the first team for quite a while. But that is some way to repay the confidence shown in him by manager Brian Little. It's glum faces a moment among the Pompey fans. Kristensen came off Oldfield. Now Daniel! Shot charged down. Thompson. Orford. Tidy defending by him. Lynch with the header, but only as far as Neil. This is Hall. Now can he escape the attentions of Whitlow? He's threatening to. It's a good cross and plucked out of the air by Kevin Poole. Marvellous goalkeeping. And a real bonus for Pompey there was the speed down the flank of young Paul Hall. and it really brought the best out of Kevin Poole. Neil. Thompson in well. Joachim ahead of him. Great strike! Oh, that's a super goal from Steve Thompson. Really let it fly. And that surely now is the end of Portsmouth's brave promotion dream. Tremendous run, and what a finish. Well, he's been a regular scorer for Leicester City this season, and you can see why with that kind of quality strike. Leicester now lead 2-1. And of course 3-1 on aggregate. And well, that's what it all means to these faithful Pompey fans who have seen their team come so close, but know now surely it's the end of the line. Daniel again. Pompey's initial task now to make up the 2 goals they are behind on aggregate. Kristensen. Now Whittingham. And it's spun away uphill. One of his rare sights at goal tonight. Looking a rather subdued figure. Nothing he can do now. Just hope that somehow his team can transform this game. Simons with a header. In goes Butters. He can't get a shot in. And it was driven away by Whitlow. Orford. Neil. Here's Whittingham. Kristensen. Plenty of blue-shirted Pompey players in the box. He doesn't need them. Kristensen with a fearsome drive. And they've got another one back. 2-2 on the night. 2-3 on aggregate. Thunderous effort by Kristensen. Only his 2nd goal for Pompey, but he's given his team fresh hope. With quick 2 minutes to go. So maybe it's not all over yet after all. Here at Fratton Park. Well, the smiles are back, almost. The tears have gone anyway for the time being. All given away by Butters to Mills. Really good anticipation by Mills. Joachim. And that's gone right over the top of the stand behind the goal. A marvellous goal on Sunday. This time it was woeful finishing. It's such awareness shown by Mills to set him up in the first place. Brian Little, the manager of Leicester, has taken his team into 2 successive playoffs. It looks like being 2 successive finals, unless Pompey can find a goal from somewhere. Gibson. Towards Thompson, now Ormondroyd, no, flags up. Good save anyway, wouldn't have counted though. Oh, what Pompey mistakes now. Joachim, he can finish it here. Joachim has gone right the way through. And then in the end was forced wide for the corner. Well, that could have settled it. It's a desperate finish. Gibson with the corner. Only 2 in the box for Leicester. One of them is Ormondroyd. Pompey still hoping. Kristensen relentlessly powering forward. This is Powell now. Towards McLoughlin. And Kristensen. This time failed to hit the target, and there the anguish of Jim Smith, the frustration of it all. Ball's cross towards Butters, and it won't go in. Now that's it, and Pompey's hopes of the playoff final are dashed. Ormondroyd, the man brought back by Leicester, and Thompson with the goals. And Pompey's replies were not enough from McLoughlin and Kristensen. Dismay for Pompey and elation for Leicester City. Well, what disappointment for Kit Simons and these Pompey players, who battled so hard in recent weeks. For a long time, it seemed they might even clinch the automatic promotion place. Then they had to settle for the playoffs. Now, it's all turned sour. Portsmouth 2, Leicester City 2 on the night. And it's Leicester who go through to the playoff final on a 3-2 aggregate success.